Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am on my Argonian, so as you can probably guess from my last video, if you've seen it, we are going to be talking about my Argonian house. I like to keep things within theme, and I built up a lot of lore and spent way too much time on this game and way too much money. So if you're into that, then you'll be into this, and I can't wait to show it to you guys. So I really wanted for this theme to be like a huge, like exotic, like rainforesty kind of setup. Like, just make it look like something that was lost to time and then rediscovered. And I'm gonna go through and show you guys in detail what all of the things that I've placed are. This is by far my biggest house that I have made yet, so there's gonna be a lot of stuff going on. This right here is like probably my favorite of all the houses that I've come up with, and this is actually one that I can proudly say I've finished. I haven't finished yet all of them, but this one is definitely one, and it has a lot of mixed themes. So keeping in the spirit of Argonians, I kept with most all of the lore that I can think, and I even like try to incorporate some of my characters to kind of, match those themes. I got like 5 different Argonian eggs right here, and as I said, I'm on my Argonian. I'll show you guys more on my characters later, but just a quick little thing is there's some part of the lore where there's this like Argonians that are like pale, and they kidnap eggs and they retrain them to become part of their own clans because they themselves aren't able to reproduce. And I think I made this Argonian the same time the Necromancers all came out, so it just kind of like fit in perfectly that I already was having an idea for a creepy Necro-Argonian healer, and so then this house just kind of fell in place with everything. Along with that, I also want to say I think I have every mushroom in the game, at least I did at one point. I also have every single crystal and gemstone and everything else related in the game, again, at least at some point. I really wanted to make it like a horror Aztec, like just like crazy all Argonian, like setup. So put a lot of time into this. I actually wanted to postpone showing off this one, and I told myself no, it's too big, like I'm not gonna be able to fit it in 15 minutes. We're hoping but there's a lot to show off here, and I spent a lot of time on this. I have a music box playing somewhere around here. I know it, I don't know where it's at. That right there I'm not gonna be able to reach, but it's like the Drake or something that you get from Battlegrounds. Music box, in case you guys are hearing that. Fargrave Daydreams. It's pretty good if you guys happen to get around to that one. I keep it right here in this creepy forest area. Because of all the things that there are to show and like places to put things in this house, I'm gonna have to move a little bit quicker here. Let's see, sorry, got a little distracted. I'm gonna have to run through a few things, so feel free to pause whenever you're able to. I'm missing like I think one thing from the Argonian stuff that I wanted to collect and add to it, but that's like a seasonal drop, and every time it comes out I'm conveniently like, I missed it, so it is what it is. But I don't think I even showed you guys any of what that actually was behind me, but skeleton of an Argonian, jawbone. I think you make that with like antiquities or something. I don't know. I forgot. Tree, Seasons of Yifri. Really nice tree. I think it changes colors if you click on it, but it's put up and I'm not bringing it down. Yeah, as soon as this house launched, I always wanted it. I had to wait like a few years, and I like was hoping that it'd stay or would return to the store. I beat the entire DLC associated with it, and gotta say I love it. I really don't think that they do enough of the Argonian stuff, even with all the DLCs that have been coming out, even now, this late into the game. Like, in terms of, like, I really wanted more lore on Lilmoth, the city that they just released. Like, I'm sure most of it's in books somewhere I haven't read, but I wanted, like, I guess, like, more hints as to, the fox people that were there, like, and the like the toad people, like the Argonians that are like more frog-like than others. and we didn't really get a whole lot of that. You can actually enter from here at the house, but I'm not ready to show that off to you guys. And right here I turned it more into that sanctuary. Ooh, little frog pet I got down there. You guys might have seen him, might have missed him. He's gonna be hard because I have a lot of my pets and animals on this one actually walking around and following like a lot more paths, unlike the other one where they were just kind of bouncing between like a place here and there. But yeah, let's see. I'm gonna have to sit up a little bit for this. Nice little bonfire, cooking area. This is nothing more than like a small little fishing area. You can actually have some platform right here, not all of it's water. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to get all of this done in 15 minutes, so we're gonna have to hurry up. Unfortunately, as I said, this is my biggest house, and it's the one that I am the most proud of. I have most all crazy exotic plants that are in the game as well. And I'm gonna wind up missing quite a few of these, I'm afraid to say. A lot of these are expensive or just really hard to find through many various means. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to really explain all of them. If you guys want me to, like, I might answer some questions in the comments and explain where I got more of these things if I can remember. Or maybe I'll like, hey, like, what was that thing right next to at this point in time? And then maybe I'll be like, oh yeah, you know, or maybe somebody else will be able to get back to you on that. That's a living plant, by the way, right there. More like a lot of these things are really unique in that they move or they glow, or you know, they come with DLC. I try to keep most of the more unique things in here in this house, like really like the theme that I was going for with this. I just want something that just looked really beautiful and like popped with colors. Not just Argonian, but also since the Argonians are based on the Aztecs, I also had like a good bit of like Aztec-y kind of lore like stuff thrown in. At least to the best of my ability. Somewhere I wanted to mention there's the jeweled serpent, like the feathered serpent pet that you get. I don't know like what it came out with, some anniversary or something edition, blah blah blah. And that's actually really cool because like if you know any like Aztec-y mythology, it's he represents to their head like god, one of their main deities. He's like the god of rebirth in some stories. Anybody who knows mythology knows that it's kind of really hard to pinpoint a lot of like, oh, this guy was specifically this guy, you know. He was like, because a lot of that categorical stuff was done by the English and the European British and blah blah blah, and they really like that everything fits in a nice little perfect category, and a lot of things with a lot of cultures unfortunately don't. So a lot of stories get changed around because they're told by word of mouth, and if you ever played that game, well, you know how that goes. Oh, he's out, he's dipped. Not gonna get all too deep into all the history and you know that kind of talk, but yeah, little things that might be interesting to a few of you. Lots of blood and crystal related things. I think I even have every skull. Not gonna lie to you guys, I think I even have every skull in some way, shape, or form here. Some things are just thrown in because I didn't really know what else to do, and I just kind of wanted to fill in some gaps. I can't point that one out, but it came as like a DLC pack along with that, the Haunted Skull one. They were in the same pack together. It might be kind of too dark to see in here, but that's just kind of the way the house is. Like I have 3 different candles, and yeah, it's still pretty dark. Gonna have to start kind of going through this a little bit faster. So yeah, got some hissed walls and overall. I'm sure you guys are gonna like this view right here. Dragons, bones, every kind of skull. Food. Hagraven. Huh. Crystals, crystals. I put a lot of detail behind the glass as well in these waters. I'm not even gonna really bother being able to show you guys everything that's in the way back, but yeah, there's a lot. I think I even added my own school of fish or something in one of these. Got a little bit of a mixed theme here from some of my earlier days. In my mind, like, some of my characters, they just like kind of, some of them kind of interact in my lore, like, I guess, but you know, it's just kind of just because, hey, this was nice and it was cool and I didn't know where else to put it, so that's the theme, that's the story. Lots of cool things going on down here. Those don't originally glow, you know, so I wanted the shark bait ooh-ah type Finding Nemo, you know, like kind of idea going on there. The throne, not gonna lie, I'm really kind of proud of this. Man, don't get me started on that right there. That gel parchment, trying to refine one of those. Also, the crystals and all that are kind of set up in different areas. Excuse the background noise, I got my dogs going off, and if you can't hear them. So like this is all the yellow ones. Oops. All the blue ones, all the green ones. All the purple ones back there. Mushrooms, I have every mushroom, if I haven't mentioned that already. A lot of Dark Brotherhood stuff, because, as like some of you guys might know, with the, what are they called? Shadow Scales, that's what they're called, Shadow Scales. The Hemo Hemlet, excuse me, and, I don't know, Heart Crystal, it's not showing me. Yeah. A lot of really cool things, I think, going on in this house. I'm really proud of it. Kind of sucks though too because of all the amount of stuff. Several times while scrolling through the Crown store or through like the find an item kind of spot, a lot of things just scrolling through it causes like this glitch in this house. So like you are just constantly hearing things that are like overlapping sounds, and they're like really freaking loud for no reason, and it's like this weird glitch thing that we are fortunate to not have had heard so far. And yeah, that's about the entire house. Wanted like a nice little steam room, little sauna. Didn't really know what else to do with this crystal. It's a big old crystal. And yeah. Not gonna lie, I would actually, in real life, probably love to live here if, like, we can get an internet connection going. Like, you know, this would be quite the dream. You know, even though it's all creepy and weird and, you know, really related to the assassins and this ancient evil cult and, you know, all these things, but still, like, it's beautiful. This is by far one of my absolute favorite houses in the entire game. And yeah, I wanted to make sure I got all of this. I showed you guys this one early because if I didn't start this video now, then I wouldn't have gotten around to it. I was telling myself to postpone it, and I knew if I postponed it, then I would just never do it. So yeah, I got like a Dark Souls theme like feeling right here from the, I think, Dark Souls 2. Just kind of reminded me of it. I'm pretty Pretty happy about that.